to Terry Gordy and to Mr. Austin Idol. And certainly I think that fair warning has been served. Michael Hayes has said 2 men that he wants in any way he can get a hold of you and Mr. Idol.
Well, you know, you see where Michael Hayes is right now, don't you, Gordon Soley? You see that he's laying flat out on his back, and he is injured right now. But you know, Gordon Soley, there's been a lot of stuff going on around here for the last year. And I'm getting good and tired of being tried to chase out of the territory. People's tried to chase me out, but it's not did them no good, Gordon Soley. You can see that I am still here, and I am just as good and just as wealthy as ever, baby. And I'm planning on staying here, and nobody is going to run the king.
Mr. Idol, am I to assume by what I saw earlier that you and Mr. Gordy have a coalition?
You can assume just about anything you want to assume, but the fact of the matter is this true or false? Did Michael Hayes make the statement out of here earlier? Did he say, I would wrestle Austin Idol anytime he wants to? True or false?
Really?
Yes, he did. Well, Hayes just happened to get a piece of Austin Idol. Maybe it'll be a little sooner than he expected. But the fact remains is this, and I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's Dusty Rhodes. I don't care if it's Terry Funk. I don't care if it's Ole Anderson. I don't care if it's Roddy Piper. I don't care who it is in the country. Anytime they come out here and blatantly make a statement that they'll wrestle Austin Idol, they'll wrestle him here, they'll wrestle him there, they don't care where they're wrestling with Jackson, they're going to wrestle me. But they're going to wrestle me when I want to wrestle, and only when I want to wrestle.
Thank you so very much. Our time is completely gone till next week. Gordon Soley saying...
Things in my life, but this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard of. Who does Michael Hayes think he is? Who does that simpering twit actually think he is? Oh, he's got a mystery partner. Well, Jack, you talk about mystery partners. Who can he possibly have? I know Dusty Rhodes is going to be on vacation. I know for a fact that Andre the Giant is in Paris, France for the holidays. I don't care who it is. There is no possible way he can bring anybody else to take on Idol and Gordy. And if he thinks he's man enough, why don't he come out here right now, Sully?
Well, let's find out something here. First of all, I'm not at liberty to divulge any information that I might have regarding that, but he does have a partner.
Hey, just like the Heartthrob said, baby, you know, it don't matter who he has, Solely. It don't matter if he's got Dusty Rhodes. It don't matter if he's got anybody, baby. It just don't matter. Bring them on because you can't beat the Heartthrob and this dirty.
Thank you very much.
Where's your partner, Hot Shot? I know you're sinking in quicksand, and you want someone to sink with you, Jack. You think you're so damn tough. You ain't nothing, Hayes. You're not even a has-been. You're never was, Jackson.
Well, gentlemen, I don't want any problems out here on the set now. This is going to be Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Big Red.
Now.
Big Red.
Yeah, Big Red. What you say, man? Yeah, you know something? One time somebody said, hey, why ain't you in Hollywood? I said, why should I be there when everything's right here in Hot Atlanta? And that's where I went to get a partner, right here in Hot Atlanta. Now, in the Omni on Thanksgiving night, we gonna play Boom Boom, Out Go the Lights, mama, because that's what it is. First round pairing.
Hey, God, you know, on Thanksgiving, I usually be sitting out eating that turkey and dressing, you know. But when the man called me and said he needed somebody, I said, Big Red will be back. I want to tell you something. Austin Idol and Gordy, ain't nothing y'all gonna do to me and this man here, baby, because the lights gonna be out in Georgia.
Get ready for some. Oh, I better not say it.
All right, great action upcoming at the Omni here in Valentino. He's game. He wants to keep right on going, and wait a minute, Idol going back, trying to put the Vegas leg lock on him once again, and the referee warning him as Idol punishing Valentino now. And we may have a reversal here. No, sir! Michael Hayes charges the ring. Michael Hayes exploding on Austin Idol. And I was, you know, it's a strange thing. From behind, there's Terry Gordy. Terry Gordy exploding, and Michael Hayes out there against 2 men now. And wait a minute. Here comes Bob Armstrong. He's after Gordy, and we've got Austin Idol and Terry Gordy. Michael Hayes, another swing and sold. Terry Gordy and Austin Idol leaving the ring as Michael Hayes and Nonetheless, Buzz Sawyer and his partner were going to go up against Michael Hayes and Kevin Sullivan. Sullivan did not appear. They then very grandly offered Michael Hayes the opportunity to go out singly against the two of them.
Oh, wasn't that nice of him?
Yeah, really. That was something indeed.
I really appreciated that, but I had a little surprise for you, didn't I?
That's right. You know, Gordon, I'd just like to say, you know, I'd like to honestly say this has to be the happiest day of my life, you know. This is something I've waited for a long time. I know I made a lot of mistakes, but after I received the thousands of letters and cards, I realized that I had made that mistake. But the birds are back and we're here.
And here's exactly what happened when Kevin Sullivan failed to appear and Michael Hayes was looking for a partner. We're waiting now for Kevin Sullivan and Michael Hayes to appear in the ring. Super Destroyer is there, and as you can see, Buzz Sawyer also on hand. We're waiting now for Michael Hayes and Kevin Sullivan to appear. This match, of course, was signed. Well, Michael Hayes is approaching the desk.
Gordon, Kevin Sullivan still hasn't showed up. I don't know where he's at. I can't explain why he hasn't showed up.
I care about you explaining. You get right in this ring right now. You go get on somebody.
Look, I'll take either one of these guys on by myself, but man, I don't have...
Come on. You'll have to fight us both for yourself. Come on.
Sullivan didn't... All right, can you send me a couple guys out here maybe to choose from as partners? You just wait a second.
Come on, you want him, sissy. Come on, so bad. You take both of us on. Come on.
Well, wait a second. Michael, you can't take them both on, that's for sure. I don't know if you can find somebody who will...
All right, you want me to get a partner? You want me to get a partner?
Hey, come on.
All right, Michael Hayes is left to try and find somebody to take the place of Kevin Sullivan. So there you see Buzz Sawyer and... Wait a minute! That was Terry Gordy! Who just charged the ring with Michael Hayes. And the Freebirds are back in action. Fantasia has struck the bolt of lightning here as Michael Hayes and Terry Gordy. And brother, look at that teamwork. Look at that teamwork. Terry Gordy and Michael Hayes. Look at this. Wow. Buzz Sawyer hurdled from the ring. The Super Destroyer leads. And they have beat a hasty retreat indeed. But we've got Freebird Fantasia. And, well, this now really, this is certainly going to require a great deal of explanation. I was going to interview Terry Gordy, but I guess I'd better interview both of these men right now.
Gordon, this has got to be the happiest moment in my life. No, people don't know it, but this man 6 weeks ago saved me, and he offered his hand in friendship, and I was too proud to shake his hand and admit we had made a mistake a long time ago. I'm not too proud now, brother.
When you come up and said, Terry, I knew what you want. I know. There's no doubt about it, baby. The birds, the Freebirds are back together. If you didn't hear it, I'll say it again. The Freebirds are back together.
You know, Gordon, I was going to show a film earlier today to explain and show just what he did for me, because I wanted to come out publicly and tell the whole country, tell everybody here that I wanted him back as a partner. But when I was confronted with this situation, I still don't know what happened to Kevin. But I was thinking, what can I do? I knew they was going to beat me up if I went in by myself, and it hit me, baby. When I went to ask you, I didn't know if you was going to punch me or not. But, brother, I guarantee you this in front of everybody out there. We are back together to stay.
You said that right, brother. It's like this, Gordon. At one time, we was the National Tag Team Champions, and the only reason that we're not the National International Tag Team Champions today is because of ourselves. It's not because of nobody else. Now, I know a lot of people stood out here and bragged and boast about how they've been this champion and that champion. Well, let me tell you something. There's not a horse that can't be rode, and there's not a man that can't be thrown. Whoa! If you ever run across a man that don't think that he can be thrown, bring him to us.
Can we roll the film? I want everybody to watch this film.
Well, yeah, let's explain this a little bit, though. There was a problem, and it was this man, indeed.
Yeah, it was me against Terry. It was the final match, the Fantasia Gamble. And if you just roll the film, it's self-explanatory.
Fair enough. Let's take a look.
As you see, they're both down. And there comes the sheep herders in. They're there, and then the guy come in, he pull out a pair of scissors and want to cut my hair. I'm not unconscious. I ain't got no idea what's going on.
Gordon, you know, this is right here. This is no sport. You don't see this happen in football, baseball, or anything else. You know, I don't mind taking a man right in the middle of that ring and humiliating him like they're supposed to be humiliated, because that's the way I know to do my job. But the thing about it is, Gordon, there's no sense of somebody trying to embarrass and humiliate somebody like these guys did right here. There's just no sense in it.
Strenuously argued. Gordon, this time, as you can see, I had no idea what was going on. I was at their mercy. And this is what Terry, when I saw this film, I couldn't believe it. This is when he showed he still had feelings for me. And I'll tell you, it was the proudest moment.
Well, of course, you two have been,
Now, you look at that. He's gone wild on 3 men. That's a nice... Those are tag team champions. There's Joe LeDuc, a strong man. And look at that. Head up, baby. Boogie.
That's what it's all about right there, man. When it comes down to something like that, I know how to boogie. I know how to get down, and I know how to get nasty. I can get nasty with the nasties. You know what I'm saying, Gordon? That's how I know how to do business, is get in there and treat somebody like they would want to treat me.
Well, you're giving us certainly a classic example of that right now. And, of course, when you did see this, Michael, you began to realize that old friendship, because you two were as brothers.
Yes, we were. You know, it's took a very big strain on our family. But it's over with now, and I just want to make this clear to everybody out there, Jack. From now on, Roddy Piper and the rest of them, they're talking about gang wars. Daddy, the gang is back together. And if you want a gang war, we were brought up fighting gang wars, Jack. And we ain't gonna stop. We gonna keep walking and talking right over everybody back to the top where the Freebirds belong 1 year ago today.
Brother, you know, Gordon, he couldn't have said it no better. Just like Mike said, we was brought up on the poor side of town, Daddy. That's where we come from. That's how we know how to act. That's the way.